Day 14. I am so back into a place of alignment with myself. Um, I really feel and think that almost all emotional pain, almost everything, I want to say everything, but I'm talking emotional pain. It's all internal. And our problem is our awareness is only at a level where we think our pain is external. So if you think someone else is the cause of your pain, or if someone would just be different, or if only I was with a different type of person, or only I just did this more, I was more motivated, if only anything in the world was different, then what's going on is it's triggering inside of you things you don't like about yourself, little blocks that you have in yourself. So, to give you an example, yesterday I made a video about me talking about who we are when we're around people that we've known for 25 years. I have past stories in my past of like when you see someone, you might feel blocked immediately, right? You might see your mom or a longtime friend and just think like, I hope they know that I'm different now. Someone that you really liked or have liked for a long, long time. Right when you see them, you suddenly think like, I hope I don't screw this up. I hope I don't blow this. I hope I don't, whatever it is. Or you might feel judgment from them and you might want to overcome that judgment. Whatever it is, that block that you feel from them is actually inside you. Like we create, and I forgot about that. Like I have different people in my life that I have different, when I think about them, I have different block. If you just think about your mother, like if you just sit here and close your eyes and I'll just name some people and notice how you feel with each person. If you think about your mother, right? You immediately intuitively get something. If you think about the oldest sibling in your family, if you're the oldest, the second oldest, whatever. Think about your longtime best friend. Now think about your enemy. Now think about your father. You'll notice when I said each person that instinctively different feelings showed up in your body. But it's not because that's what those people are like. It's because that's the representative that you have inside your body that represents them. So there's people that I could think of, like a friend of mine that I've just loved forever and always thought of as an amazing person or had a crush on years ago. And immediately I can get in my head, right? And think about like, I want to impress this person, or I hope this person likes me, or I just want to be friends with them, or whatever. But there's suddenly work to be had. There's a feeling of a block and something to overcome. You might think about your dad and think of a time that you didn't like with him and be scared to feel that again. So you put the block inside of yourself and you have this new block inside of your body to overcome. If you think about Republicans or Democrats, you'll feel different ways. If you feel about independence, if you feel about Bernie Sanders or his followers, or you think about Donald Trump, you'll feel all these different feelings. But remember that all those feelings you feel are blocks that you're feeling in you. And we aren't aware ever that the blocks are actually caused inside of us, and we think that outside of us. So when you think of, some people think of Donald Trump and they get so mad, but you're actually creating a block inside yourself when you think about him, and now you have something to overcome inside yourself, and that's why you might want him to lose, because you're just saying, like, I want this pain inside me to go away. But if you start to meditate, you can get aware that you're bringing that pain up, and it doesn't have to go away because you can realize you're bringing it up in the first place. It doesn't have to change externally. You can feel a freedom no matter what's happening outside of you. Then when you identify that the blocks that you think are coming from outside are actually inside, once you feel that, then you can be free through your meditation, through your connection, and realize that you're totally free. And you can bring that freedom into the world. Bring that love into the world. Bring that. That's the only way to change the world. And that's what they actually mean by changing yourself first. Because otherwise, you're at war with yourself and you're expecting everything outside to change to free your war inside. Versus you realize that there's a crazy war going on inside you. And if you realize that you're creating the war just because of a lack of awareness, that you can free yourself and realize, wow, when I think of that person, I get blocked. Why would I do that to myself? Then you start to see them as free. Then you start to see them as just love, and you can shine that on them, because the reason they might have been that way to you in the first place is because they have so many blocks inside of them, their self, and they don't know that they can free it. So the real problem with the world is a lack of awareness that we're hurting ourselves and then expecting the outside world to change to remedy our own inner pain, which is insane. It truly is crazy. It's like my friend said, there's a student of mine who had an analogy that was so good. She said, it's like having the check engine light go on and you turn off the check engine light versus see the engine. We are unaware. We have to raise our awareness, our inner awareness. I'm not talking raise awareness of a cause. I'm talking raise your inner awareness. And meditate and notice after a while that the chaos that you think is outside of you is inside of you. And the second you identify it, it can go away. Day 14.